have just blown like 200 million gold on a build that is almost completely non-functional, but you can avoid these type of mistakes if you use today's sponsor. But seriously, how do you even recover from such a mistake, and what are the best ways to get gold in Hero Siege?
Probably the simplest method is to just sell the items you find to the vendors in town. I'll call this step 0 since there'll be much better ways, but you can do this from level 1 and it's not entirely useless. Just remember not to pick up literally every single item you find, since the rework took away a large amount of inventory and you really don't want to waste your time making multiple town portals for a couple hundred extra gold. What to go for are the purple mythic items. They have the highest value to vendors and you might even find some good leveling items, so you don't have to buy any satanics for that slot. But that doesn't mean you should just hide every other item in your filter settings. For even more value, you should be looking out for white item bases with sockets. Those are items which will be used in rune words and can be of great use to either you or someone else who is looking for it on the market. Some always good pieces are 2-socket boots, 2-socket helms, 3 or 4-socket armors, and loads of 4-socket weapons. Just keep in mind that the sales from the market give only 90% gold, since there is a 10% tax. I personally have no idea where that tax goes for, but it's sure not to maintain the roads between cities. And if you're watching, I'll have a secret mid-video question for you. What was the best drop in the game for you so far? Moving on, once you're higher level, there is an even simpler way. Just pick up the gold that mobs drop. Even with less than 200% gold find, you can make more than 1,000,000 gold per hour. And maybe for some high-end items, that's actually not that much gold, but that will add up any items that you find. Essentially, what you need is a fast character and a good zone, like Event Horizon's dungeon, the Distorted Horizon. There are some great and accessible items you can help with gold finding, such as Treasure Hunter's Boots, Stone of Archaeology, Leprechaun's Greed, and this. There are other items, of course, but these should already be a big help in making bank. Also, as far as I know, you don't need Hell 5 difficulty for more gold finds, so even lower DPS should be enough. But if you want to go for the lowest DPS requirement, you should try out mining. It needs exactly 0 DPS, just speed. Going to Act 7's Parallel Dimension can help you out with large amount of ores spawning 100% of the time. It has its downsides, since the only really useful ore is Starathium, and you only have a 1% chance to gain the material you need from it, but once you get one, it's worth around 8 million gold at the time of recording. It might not be the most interesting strategy, but it can definitely make you some extra cash. Looking for something involving a bit more action? Well, you might want to try out Shadow Realms. First step is to just find one. Yeah, simple, right? If you're unlucky, you can still try to join somebody else's Shadow Realm, or SR for short. Here you can drop several dimensional shards worth 5 to 600,000 gold each. If you have some extra gold to start out an SR with, you can either check the vendor NPC inside for angelic keys. Those usually go for 3.8 million gold and you can easily ask for 20, 30, 40 million on the market, which is a huge return. There is also Uber Reaper inside the SR, which needs 10 dimensional shards to enter and a strong character to slay the boss. The problem is that even though Uber Reaper has a guaranteed heroic drop, it's a cheap heroic most of the time. Getting an item worth 1 million gold for a 5 to 6 million entry fee sounds pretty bad. But you can hit the jackpot and find not only a Shadow Torch, but one for a meta character that's a guaranteed fortune. For example, Amazon, Exo and Demon Slayer. And for some of the best drops in the game, there is no strategy, just don't stop killing the mobs. Angelic keys and high runes such as Drax and Bear don't benefit from magic finds, so the best way to find more of them is simply to pull the magical loot lever more times. And I might have missed some farming strategies, but I feel like with the combination of these you can make yourself a pretty strong character and you can experiment in your own ways, for example with magic find.
If you like what you see, consider subscribing to the channel and becoming a channel member, and you can support the making of the future videos, and join the Discord channel where we can also discuss topics I talk about in the video. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section, and until the next video guys, see you later, bye! If you like what you see, no, how the fuck do I say?